Hey everybody, it's Jochen and then I'm back with the Hellsen versus Haydn campaign. We're playing Scenario 2. I'm playing Japan, he's playing the Allies. So let's hope for some good weather today. It's January 8th. Okay, we grabbed another base near Leyte. We get that from proximity because we have more troops around than he does. Good weather today. Come on. It's good weather. Oh, okay. So, last turn, the Grayling took out one of my AKLs that had troops aboard. And he correctly predicted that I was going to hook a left turn to try to get away. Because he was somewhere around here. But he figured that I'd probably go the other way. So, but fortunately, the Mark 14 curse works both ways and we didn't lose our ship. Okay, no night bombing this turn. Okay, now we're in the daytime naval movement phase. Let's hope for no interaction here. It would be nice. Alright, and this is us. We're just moving some more troops ashore here. Okay, so now we know we've got the Mark 14 boats are really going to be all over us around Port Moresby at this point. Might be time to move that task force there. Okay. I'm not even getting myself worked up. If it happens, it happens. If we have good weather, great. If not, well, it is what it is. Oh, wait. 3 Allied ships near Ulak. You saw that, right? Looks like we spotted something. Okay. So, let's find out what gets canceled. Already a bunch of stuff, of course. Come on, man. Canceled due to weather. It's like most of my strikes. I have got to have the absolute worst weather of any Japanese player who's ever played this game. I challenge you to find someone who's had worse weather luck than I have. I don't think you're going to find that person. But you know what? It is what it is. All we can do is do our thing and do our best. And if we get lemons, we'll make some delicious lemonade. At least a bombing raid went off. I'm curious to see how they do. This is ×3 terrain right here in Leh. This is not Leh. This is Salamaua. Honestly, that was much better than I thought. So we disabled 14 total devices here, squads. And that's not a bad showing at all. That's way better than I thought in this kind of terrain. Hey, we got a raid off! I can't believe it! Clear sky! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Clear skies! Yeah, boy. Let's find out how this... Oh, man. Finally! Okay, you guys ready? Yeah! We smashed it, guys. This is really good. This is really good. So, the best possible solution... Clear sky, dive bombers dropping low. Okay. This is excellent. Okay, we needed this. We needed this. Oh. We needed those points so bad. Okay, so right now, I'm going to tell you right now, the bulk of my bombing forces are going to target this hex today because we're attacking here. Oh, and this is a sweep coming in a little bit late there. Thanks. Oh, yes! Ugh, thunderstorms. But that's okay because we're coming in very low. Hopefully that kind of circumvents this issue. So we have thunderstorms. This is our second raid today for Kido Butai. We're hitting sail again. And I'm really hoping that despite the bad weather, we're bombing at like 2,000 feet. We'll get some good hits. Let's find out. Oh yeah. So despite the terrible weather, we bomb at 2,000 feet. Okay. And we get a lot of hits here. Guys, this is going to be a money day. All right. I don't even care what happens for the rest of the turn. I'm really, really feeling good right now. We needed that. Okay, and we get a raid into Clark. Unfortunately, no supply hits. So that's what we really need right now. And no supply hits again. I'm wondering if that means there's no supply there to hit. Anybody know? Did he maybe pull all of his supply back to Baton? I think that might be it. If we do hit Baton, let's see if we get supply hits there. Let's see. All right. See, there's supply hits here. What does that mean? Man, those are good raids today, guys. Really good stuff. Yeah, down in Australia. Now we can move on. We don't need to stay there. Okay, this is a raid hitting Nanning. Just trying to keep these bases suppressed and keep them from building up forts. And that's the kind of stuff we want to see right there. Yeah, really good hits and supply. Every little ounce of supply we can take out of China makes it better for us. And a little raid to Kuai Lin just to sprinkle some love around, you know? Keep them guessing. Supply hits. Love it. There's gonna be nothing left of this unit when we finally attack it. The 40th Corps. Yeah, look at that. It's almost finished. Man, I think I sent everything here. Maybe I should have split it up a little bit. Alright, let's see if we get any more supply hits at Baton. Yeah, look at that. So, guys, here's my theory. He's pulled his supply out of Clark and into Baton, and he's, like, stashing it here. I think that's what's going on. But if you guys know something more, let me know. See, every single bombing raid at Baton has produced supply hits. Nothing at Clark had supply hits. Okay, guys, that AM phase for our air combat was fantastic. We had a lot of canceled missions, but the most important ones got off. And that's very important. All right, so these blue things here, you can't trust them. Okay, I don't know what we're going to get here in the PM phase. Looks like more canceled missions is what we're getting. Mostly recon missions, it seems like. Okay, PM phase was real quiet. I can't complain too much about this one, though. Let's see what we get for ground combat. It should be reasonably light. We'll see. Alright, so I ordered this attack. We hit these guys hard with bombers. I think these guys are so jacked up, they may actually just, like, surrender or be destroyed outright. No, they retreated. And honestly, best case scenario for me. Now they're just not a factor again. And they've got to be just about out of stuff. So I'm going to do my best to not attack this unit now. We don't need to anymore. Excellent. Okay, attack it prone. This is armor against this unit. It should be like nothing. Okay. And the unit retreats. And that's fine with me. So we got prone. Great base to have. Okay, another attack. This is at Bassine now. This regiment should have no issue blowing through these guys. They are completely wrecked. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna die. Surrender. Surrender. Excellent. Perfect. Yeah, 4 units destroyed. So that's 4 units that we don't have to chase around the map anymore. Fantastic. Really, really good. And I don't care about these guys being killed. They're useless. Okay, this is just our usual daily attack with these crazy assault odds, but we still nothing happens with it. That's a better sign. This is more casualties than we've seen before. Okay, slowly but surely we're chipping away at this Kendari Garrison Battalion. A Japanese shock attack. Oh, yeah, this is us. I brought in a bigger unit this time to try to finish off this Lusu war area. Ah, finally, it's over. Thank goodness. Okay, so we finally finish off this stupid unit that's been backing my backlines for weeks, blocking my rail lines. So it's done. It's over. I killed it. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Because I want all these rail lines open, and every time we have enemy units on them, it makes it harder for me to move my troops around. So it's dead. And then this is us attacking this little leftover unit at Victoria Point. It should die. And it surrenders. Another unit that we don't got to worry about. Excellent. Man, what a good day. What a good turn. I cannot complain too much. We had some canceled missions. Manila size 5. But Kido Butai flew, and it flew heavy. We got all of our aircraft off. I'm guessing we got 300 to 400 points today out of that. We'll see, but it's looking good. I cannot complain too much. And all of our ground attacks went great. Good stuff. No enemy activity. As we did no ships intercepted. No cap traps. I can't complain. See if we get any reinforcements today. I don't think we're going to. Oh man, I can't wait to see the money. Excellent. Okay, now this is the kind of turn that I'm looking for. Let's take a look at it. Okay, aircraft losses today. Unfortunately, not another good day for us, but what can I do? I got to fly these missions, right? So we have a lot of ops losses, and individually they don't mean much, but when you add them up, it kind of counts. So his one loss today is an H-81. This is a Flying Tiger's P-40B. This could signal he's moving his aircraft around somewhere, so we need to be vigilant for a potential cap trap. That's what this shows me. top pilots. Looks like we had 2 killed pilots today with 1 wounded. Let's see if we can find out who that wounded pilot was. Let's see here. Okay. So, Koda. Chiyoshima. I swear I transferred this guy back. Okay. And then if we look at the group, so Koda, we're not getting him back, which is a shame. He was a good pilot, but let's go ahead and retire all these guys that are just not coming back. No point in keeping them on the roster if they're not. Man, it's a waste. Alright, it is what it is. Okay, Army lost points for this turn. Looks like the Allies lost 39. We lost 0. Something I'm going to show you now, or well, I'll get to it. Let's do this first. Ship sunk. No ships reported last turn as sunk. Now, this is something I'm going to start including whenever I do have it. We gained an additional 304 strategic loss points against the Allies this turn. That's a great showing. That's roughly equivalent to me destroying an entire Allied infantry division. That's what Desert Wolf told me as far as points. So if you look at this, this is equivalent to us destroying over 8, almost 8 Allied infantry divisions in points. So I can't argue with how good this is helping us out. For the turn, we gained 448 points, bringing our win ratio up to 1.961. Almost 2 to 1 right now. Not bad. Let's take a look at Combat Reporter. There's a few things to discuss here. Where is it at? Combat Reporter. Okay. So, sea engagements. The only thing I thought that was kind of concerning was here at Port Moresby. Let me show you what's going on there. I actually have a battleship task force sitting here providing cover for the Port Moresby invasion. But now I know he's got subs here. It's time to move these guys out. I'll probably move them down this way, or maybe even down this way for a bit, just to throw off the submarines. But it does make me concerned about submarine intervention off of Port Moresby now. So I'm going to need to move more ASW forces into that area. All right. Ground combat went really good today. Victoria Point, we destroyed that unit that's been lingering there for a month. Prome. We didn't destroy the unit, but we kicked it out of the way, and it's basically almost dead. So now we own Prome. At Kolaka, we did a little more damage this turn to the unit there and destroyed a gun. So we're chipping away at it very slowly. Let's see. We already talked about Prome, right? Oh, yeah. We did. Basaine. This was a good one. There were 4 Burma rifle battalions there, and we killed all 4 of them. They're gone now. So we don't have to worry about those guys getting in the weeds here and causing issues. They're out of the way. We own Basaine, and that infantry regiment can continue up the road this way. In China, we finally destroyed the Lusu War area, and I'm done with it. I don't have to worry about it anymore. He won't be blocking the rail line anymore. And then we had another good ground combat here near Changchao, but it's actually not as good as it could be, and I'll show you why. Amphibious air. Okay, sail. This was one of the Kido Butai strikes. So it was bad because we had thunderstorms, but it was good because we came in very low, 2,000 feet. And despite the bad weather, we got a ton of hits. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So at sail, we hit a lot of resources here, and the base is basically tapped out. I don't think I need to hit that anymore. We got what we needed to. If you look at that points there, 236 disabled resource centers. That equates to 472 points just at sail alone. We also hit Port Kembla, right? 30 hits there. And as you can see, Port Kembla, quite a bit of damage there. 154 is equivalent to 308 points. So, really good. Can't complain about that. Okay. And then here's something that I thought was interesting. We hit Clark Field today 2 consecutive times and no airbase supply hits. But when you look at Bataan, 1, 2, 3 bombing attacks, and all 3 produced airbase supply hits. So what does that tell you? I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly, and if you guys know better, please fill me in. But what I think it means is that he's moved the bulk of his supply out of Clark and into Bataan. And that's why we're hitting more supply at Bataan than at Clark, because there's a higher concentration of it. So I think I'm going to go a little bit heavier into Bataan next turn and see if we can milk out a little more supply loss for him. Because the whole strategy on the Philippines relies on us bleeding the supply down for these troops, because we don't have enough troops, anywhere near enough troops, to take these guys head on right now. And I don't even want to go into the Hex and start bombarding, because he's got more guns than I do. So I'll get blasted. It's not time for that yet. So I want to continue the aerial bombardment for a while longer and just keep targeting those air-based supply hits. And then we just trashed this 40th Chinese Corps. All right, looking at SIGINT, we have reports at Delhi. Let's see if we can figure anything out from that. So Delhi is up here. I don't know what we can glean from that exactly. Khabarovsk, that's in Soviet Union. Don't care about that. Anchorage, there's something going on there. Again, can't tell much. Dimapur, and that, I wonder what that is. Dimapur. Okay, there's detection, but we don't know what it means. There's something moving here is all I can tell, right? Cole Harbor, don't really care about that. And Brisbane, last thing I'll check. We do have, oh. Okay, so that's something we should maybe be concerned about. There is definitely aircraft in Brisbane now. What kind of aircraft we don't really know yet. Also appears that there's some ships there. So I want to be a little careful about dealing around Brisbane, because we have no idea what he's going to have in that place. So we need to be very careful with it right now, because I'm expecting P-40s to arrive in Australia any day. Okay, op support. We'll take a look at the intel, and we increased Manila to a size 5 airfield, which is great. Can never have too many aircraft there. The Japanese tab, we captured Basain Prom and Dinagat, which I think, as I recall, is in the Philippines. Yeah, right here, another base we grabbed from proximity, and we get a 4-point swing for that. And then we'll also take a look at the pilot tab, and you can see this is where our 2 pilot kills came from today. A G3M3 from the first Kokutai, and it looks like a 1B Oscar pilot died as well. All right, so that's it for Combat Reporter. Let's start here, because this is something that my aerial search out of ADAC detected. Do you guys remember those 2 heavy cruisers that took out my whatchamacallit over here? I'm guessing that's what these are, because unless this is an entirely different task force, we definitely have enemy activity here, and I have no idea where they're going. So we have him in range of our naval search. We just need to keep track of him at this point and see where he goes. But at least I know for a fact he can't get to Toyohara in 1 turn. It's impossible. So it might make me want to go ahead and form up this task force and get it out of here while I can. We've probably got about 2 days to do that. Okay. Home Islands, nothing else detected in all these waters. China. Okay. Things are getting a little more complicated, and let me show you what I mean. So we took out the unit here, which is fine, but now we pushed it into this hex, which isn't a big deal, but I want to draw your attention to this. Last turn we had wide open supply in the Sion, and now we don't, because he's got a unit here, here, and here, which means my supply has to kind of flow around and down this way to get into Sion, and I'm not entirely sure that it can. There may be too many supply movement points expended going this route. So the bottom line is we need to get this unit out of here, and we need to get that unit out of here. So these guys are going to take these guys out next turn, right? Let me show you. I got to open that supply line up to Sion, because it's very important to what we're doing. So we need to take out this unit, then we're going to move out and take out this unit. That should free up the supply lines, at least temporarily, up to Sion, because if you notice here, we have more troops moving this way, and I don't want these guys running out of supply when I need them to be engaging units up here. So this is a little bit complicated and an annoying thing going on right now. All right. Oh, Let's do this. All right. So elsewhere, I don't really see any real activity. It does appear that this unit right here in the swamp is again trying to make their way to right here. And I don't think I'm going to deal with these guys anymore. We damaged them so severely last turn. I think all I really need to do is put an armored car unit here just to hold the road. I don't want to leave a whole infantry division fragment here to deal with this. So I'm going to get an armored car unit and leave it right here just to keep these guys from constantly getting into the hex, because it's annoying me. All right. That's really all that's going on in China right now. We just continue moving up the Yankang Road. All right, let's take a look at Burma. Burma's going pretty good. So obviously this turn we took out Prom and we took out Basain. So now I have armor moving to engage this unit right here. We also have units now into Tungu, and this is a base that the Flying Tigers actually started at the beginning of the campaign. I don't know where they're at now, but I definitely need to be aware of that. But we should take Tungu within 1 to 2 turns, and then we need to slowly work our way up the road and take this base, and this base, and this base, and hope that this one does not flop over. Because this is Magway, and Magway has 300 oil centers here, and I cannot afford to have that base flip on us. So I need to be very careful and deliberate about going up this way and hope that that does not flop over due to proximity, because if it does, I don't see myself being able to secure it before he can get his B-17s back in. You remember those guys, right? The B-17s launched probably from Calcutta and took out Rangoon and damaged the refineries there. I don't want that happening to the oil, because the oil is way more precious than these refineries are. Got to be careful of that. So, taking a look at Malaya and Thailand and all that other stuff, we'll take this base next turn. We destroyed the last little bit of British resistance on this whole peninsula here at Victoria Point. And yeah, we're just consolidating and getting things cleaned up. And as I continue to contemplate my next moves, I don't really know where I want to go yet, but we have time. I want to rest up my divisions that are currently at Singapore. And as you can see, there's a lot of shipping in here, but most of it's just cargo ships and the like coming in, unloading, things like that. Pretty quiet on Sumatra and Java for the time being, but we did get better recon on Surabaya this turn. And we can see here, he's got 25 fighters and 26 auxiliaries. I have to assume these auxiliaries are probably just patrol planes, probably using them to evacuate stuff. He seems to have been using his patrol planes very extensively for troop evacuations. That's why we've encountered such light resistance basically everywhere. Okay, in the Philippines, status quo. We're just bombing these bases here and getting the supply drop. Manila is now a size 5, so that means I can get more aircraft in here. But the problem is that I don't have a lot of aviation support. So I need to kind of resolve that before I get many more aircraft into Manila than I have right now. On Mindanao, I kind of want to attack next turn, and this is what I'll be using is the 21st Division. I'll reform it, and we'll attack. I know he's got 0 fortifications here, and his troops are weak and damaged. So I'm going to attack. I hope for the best. We don't have forts to deal with. We do have mountain terrain, but it'll give us a good idea of finally. We'll probe around and see what he's got. Like if he says he's out of supply, then I know it's time to hammer down. And again, we have all of the retreat paths completely blocked here. So if we do take Malay, these units are dead. And that's a substantial hunk of units. Okay, again, Dutch East Indies, nothing going on there. Okay, so Port Moresby, this is interesting. Look at this. Let me circle this so I can show you first of all. This is the units that we took out last turn. Take a look at this. There's only 1 unit there now, and they only have 40 troops left. What does that mean? Here's what I think it means. I think that he's using his PBYs and other patrol aircraft to evacuate these guys out of the hex. Can you believe that? Because there's no other way. There was 3 units here last turn. Now there's 1, and it's almost out of troops. So we'll see if we can beat him to the punch. We're going to bomb that unit this turn and see if we can kill it before he can evacuate it. But either way, I'm fine if it dies. Either he pulls it off or I kill it, because that means I don't have to keep a lot of garrison and Port Moresby if I don't have to worry about these guys sneaking back in. And next turn, we should have this dot base, or I call it 2 turns. We'll have this dot base, which means that these are the last 2 bases on all of New Guinea that he can be at. So when we take them, the units will just die because they cannot retreat anywhere. This is their only retreat path right now, to this base. And once we take it, there is nowhere for them to go, so they'll just die. And there will be 0 remaining Allied troops on all of New Guinea, which is awesome. I just don't have to leave troops behind now to deal with that. One unit that we do see that's left is this guy over here. This is probably the Lark Battalion and one of those other support units. He's moving them into Rabaul to suicide them, and I don't really care. He can come in there all day. I've got so many troops so they won't stand a chance. But then again, once I kill these units, I don't have to worry about any sort of armed resistance in all of this area. I love it, because that means I can move those troops forward elsewhere. All right, what else we got? Okay, as you can see, Kido Butai had another great day. 300 points at Sale and Port Kembla. At this point, I am ready to move Kido Butai somewhere else. I don't know, over here, over there. I won't say where. You like my drawing? What I will tell you is that we're not going to stay here any longer. I feel like I've way overstayed my welcome down here, this far south near Melbourne. And any minute he's gonna figure out a way to retaliate to me. So we're not gonna stick around. We're gonna clear out and move somewhere else. I haven't decided if I want to strap bomb anymore, or if it's time to pack up Kido Butai and just head somewhere entirely different. Because 2,500 strat points is nothing to laugh at, or even to scoff at. It's great for me. Maybe I need to just kind of count my blessings and get out while the getting's good. Because 2,500 points is a substantial boost. Even when I played Hellsen, we got to about this point in our campaign before I suicided my carriers into him for science. And he had nowhere near these points that I got now. Admittedly, he did a lot better on the... He did a lot better with the aircraft. He did a lot better with the ship sunk and army lost points. But he did not have this little boon right here. So... I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for the turn. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I've got for this for now. We got more coming up, guys. I've got big operations planned, as I mentioned before. I don't really want to say what they are yet, but they're going to be good. So I would like you to keep watching. Let's keep seeing what happens. Let's see how long Kido Butai's luck can hold out as far as being unscathed by any enemy action. I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one then.